Hawkeye 10 and Twin Lakes Conference held their cross-country meet on Thursday. We also had 4 area volleyball teams in action. Let's start off with cross-country, though. On the boys' side of things, it was Kemper taking third at the Hawkeye 10 Conference meet down at Shenandoah. They'd score 122 points. Dayton Wiederum led them in 8th place, while Fletch Bating would finish up in 16th place. ESAC and South Central Calhoun were at the Twin Lakes Conference meet up at Sioux Central. ESAC won it with 50 points, edging Sioux Central. South Central Calhoun was 7th with 167 points. Declan Spencer would finish 16th for South Central Calhoun, with Joe Thielen finishing up in 29th place. For Esac County, Landon Sporer took second, and Riley Aragon would finish up in third. We move over now to the girls' side of things. It was again South Central Calhoun up at the Twin Lakes Conference meet. They did not have enough runners for a team score, so no team score for them. Iris Melody would lead them, finishing up in 9th place. Jossa Hopper would finish in 16th. Kemper down at the Hawkeye 10 would finish 8th with 172 points, and Asida led them in 24th place. Casey Wiederin would finish up in 29th place. Moving over now to volleyball, Kemper knocked off number 7 Sergeant Bluff Luton, a top 10 matchup, 20-25. 25-17, 25-23, and at 25-20, Colby Peter had 13 kills and 2 aces. Mariah Houghton had 11 kills and 3 digs. Carroll sweeps by Boone 3-0, 25-23, 25-19, and 25-18. Josie Riddle had 31 assists, 11 digs, and 2 aces. Aubrey Drake would finish up with 18 digs. South Central Calhoun and Sioux Central are at Newell Fonda. The Titans fell to Newell Fonda 3-0, 25-22, 25-19, and 25-11. Blair Schleichman had 3 kills and 12 digs. Olivia Weiss would finish up with 5 kills to go with 10 digs and 3 aces. The Titans fell to Sioux Central 3-0, 25-23, 25-22, and 25-18. Sadie Wheelock had 11 kills and 3 blocks. Sydney Stewart added 18 assists and 9 digs. And Esac fell on senior night to El Toroya 3-0. 25-17, 25-8, and 25-20. Jordan Carroll had 15 assists to go with 5 digs. Sarah Bontrager added 3 kills to go with 13 digs. One of the biggest ranked matchups of the year takes place tonight as the Kemper Knights host Okoboji for the district title. It's a winner-take-all matchup. Both teams enter the game with a 7-0 record on the season and have swept through the rest of the district. Head coach Ryan Steinkamp says it's great to have this matchup in front of the Knights crowd.
Honestly, our kids, we're kind of, anywhere, anytime, any place type deal. They're excited about this opportunity. We respect all of our opponents. It'll be great to see the Kemper crowd there. We have great supporters. But, it comes down to it, our kids are focused what's going on in the football field and things like that too. So
Knights come into this game ranked at number 1, while Okoboji number 2 or number 3, depending on the poll that you are looking at. You'll have Tom Hawkeb and Doug Waniger on the broadcast on KCIM. Pregame coverage at about 6:20 with the kickoff of that game at 7 o'clock. Carroll has played well in district matchups so far. They sit 3-0 in the district. They face Perry on the road in Week 8 with a chance to keep their perfect district record. Tigers head coach Craig Rowetter says the Blue Jays offense may look similar to that of Greene County.
Yeah, it's going to be. I think it is going to be pretty similar to Greene County. So, again, if our front 4 play like they did against Greene County, as far as just getting after the quarterback and kind of shutting down those, making sure that one guy doesn't get too far upfield compared to the other to make those running lanes.
Carroll had an excellent defensive game against Greene County. Perry will have a different personnel, but the game plan for the Tigers defense will remain similar. That game on Kick 106.7 with Nick Brinks on the broadcast. Pregame again about 6:20 and the kickoff at 7 o'clock. Arwevo needs a win to secure a playoff berth with 4 teams tied for second place in the district and only guaranteed 2 to advance. They travel to face a CAM team that, like them, is fighting for a playoff berth and a second place finish. The Cougars don't have a real big defense up front, but Rockets head coach Austin Sulk says they use their size very well.
Man, they got a lower center of gravity. You can see it on film, and they really shoot their gaps quick. And it's a matter of we got to be able to control them up front and drive block in the running game. And we got to take advantage of times when they maybe shoot too deep or aren't quite as disciplined.
The Rockets lead the all-time series 1-0 as their only other meeting between these conference foes came back in 2007. South Central Calhoun comes off a tough loss last week that knocked them out of the district title hunt. They can still finish third in the district with a win tonight on the road at Pocahontas area, which also has a chance to make the playoffs with a win. Titan head coach Brian Kay says they hope that they can establish the ground game and be physical.
We're a team that we do have the capability of spreading people out and going 2-by-2, 3-by-1, but at the same time we want to to be able to stay in that full house tee and play smash mouth football. So we're going to take what defenses give us. If we can run the football and establish that ground game, it just opens up everything else.
The Titans face a Pocahontas area team that has been balanced in offense this season, but is playing without their starting quarterback, Blake Bunda. They will rely heavily on Carson Wielander, who leads that team right now in rushing and receiving with Bunda out. Rest of the games in our local area tonight, it'll be again Esac at Emmetsburg, ICAM Manning going to West Monona, Audubon hosting Exira Kimballton, and Arweva traveling to Cam again. Coon Rapids Bayard at Glidden Ralston. Again, we'll have that game on 93.7 KKRO with myself and Mason Nealon. Pre-game at about 6:15 with the kickoff at 7 o'clock. New Way Ford Scoreboard Show tonight from 10 to midnight. We'll have Casey Miners, Craig Lux, and Todd Danner. That's sports here on the CB Sports Network. I'm Jeff Blankman reporting.